I want to have, I got an idea for how to sort of set up the framework for my NPCs that I put into the world, and I thought it'd be interesting to make them, since they're based on the same class, they are the same class as the player characters and your AFK players or your offline players. Then what if, I'm just testing if my GIF thing is on. Is this thing connected? Hello. All right. So, oh, I don't even have Unreal Engine loaded up. That's dumb. But I was watching some nifty tutorials. I thought I'd recommend this guy here. Well, totally Unreal. I'm sure people have heard of them, but this is finally like in a recent series of videos that just talk about AI, which is very nice because that's what I'm looking to get into. Alright, that's not loading up. You ever notice that sometimes Epic Launcher just gets frozen there if the screen bar doesn't show up? Bloop. Alright. What's up and good morning. So I was able to successfully add the collision to my character, and the one that physics kicks up, it doesn't really physics, it does like a particle attractor in reverse to the fog, and I was able to make the fog like dense enough for you to be able to observe it now. Like, it was really poor effect up until recently. So anyway, let's get that out of the way. Whatever, I'll join the general chat if anyone wants to join. Yeah, and stuff. So I also have organized my list of things to work on. I even have a stupid easy stuff category. Like, just stupid easy stuff I can do whenever. It's just nice. Oh, look at that, I doubled it. Pattern recognition is working. Success. Okay. So we're here on the third person blueprint, which is where I want to start doing stuff. I'm going to need to add some of these components. So we'll do AI perception. And we'll also do AI perception stimuli source. Okay, so let's look at these. We'll add a component replication. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, and senses. Let's add sight and sound. Ooh, there's damage sense, prediction sense too. Touch. What the fuck? I didn't know that was a real thing. That was something somebody had asked about customizing. Anyway, well, let's start with sight and sound, and we'll probably put damage eventually. Might as well just add it for now so I don't forget. And should I just do the prediction sense on there too? Alright, dominant sense is gonna be damage. I don't know, I guess sight. Okay, that should be good for that. Let's see the other one, the stimuli source. Auto register as source. See if that's working. Register as source for senses. Sight, hearing, and damage, I guess. Okay, component replicates. Isn't there something else you need to do about types of perception, like friend, enemy? Maybe they got rid of that completely. I feel like that was in even this video, this last video I was just watching.
Right,
don't use the
hello,
stimulus
guys.
source.
Welcome to another Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. This one has been long anticipated, so this is going to be an update to my chaser.
Just mute that for a sec. I'm pretty sure I saw him having to check it off here. He's like, why isn't it working? Oh, because voice to know what he's talking about.
By checking that to true. So it looks like he's roaming around at the minute, and if I walk in front of him, nothing seems to happen. Okay, interesting. So, what is it that I missed?
Yeah, I'm just adding everything that I'll need. Like, I'll put the nav mesh component too. Put that navigation invoker. Let's check that out. Navigation invoker, so that when they're not on, oh damn it. Alright, there we go. When they're not on, yeah. So I'm gonna have a lumberjack AI. He's gonna be able to need to detect trees. So it's there. There was nothing else to put on there. So if a tree falls on him and it hurts him, I want to know that too. But anyway, tile generation radius. We'll just leave it at default for now. It looks like it should be fine. Let's replicate it. Can ever affect navigation? Why is that even an option on here? I'll just compile real quick and look at this. I think he was about to do it here.
I'm quite new to behavior trees, so this is still sort of a learning experience for me at the same time. I'm looking to do a lot more tutorials diving into this. So just hold on a moment while I have a browse through my other files. Let's see what the zombie anyway. I mean the controller rather, and change his perception. So his vision is at...
Is this supposed to be on the controller? On the AI controller? I think I remember something about that. Let's do these only on the AI controller. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay, and we don't need the perception stimuli source on the pawn. Oh. Thanks. Yeah, no, I actually wouldn't have understood that unless you mentioned it, so I appreciate that. So yeah, you're right. We don't need any of this on here. We need the AI controller. So let's just compile that again. We'll put the nav mesh invoker and the... Right. So yeah, player controllers don't invoke it. So what do I have? Do I have that? Yeah. Yeah, controller. I already have some set up here. Let's look at what I've done. What have I done? On possess, cast the pawn. We're not doing any of that jazz, apparently. What's up with that? I guess I take care of that somewhere else. It's still up there though. Alright, so anyway, we're gonna set the emote enumerator. Oh cool, okay. It's funny that I have to like click on emotes to see what they are. Because I'm not actually like watching on Twitch. Alright. Delay. So we're just doing an emote delay on possess on the AI controller. So I'm not even using the blue blackboard or behavior tree. I have is AI and self actor main behavior tree root. So, and am I setting those blackboard values? No, I'm not even. I'm just using the pawn at this point. So I haven't done anything on here, but let's at least add the components. So yeah, perception, do this again. So I mean, I don't know what's up with that at all. Let's just freaking and add the prediction one, because I remember that was about being able to predict where things might be going. So I'll end up using it eventually because it sounds cool. From where they were last at from memory. Like I watched a lot of AI videos, so I might be a little confused, but I remember things about a lot of random stuff. So let's. So we also have pawn noise emitter. That's what I wanted to put. It does nothing on network clients. Okay. Pawn sensing. What's up with that? Are these outdated? The pawn things here? I think I need pawn noise emitter on the character. I need that on here. pawn noise emitter. Alright, noise lifetime, sure. AI perception, system compatible. Replicates, auto activate. No. I think it needs to be pawn sensing of deprecated. Okay. Did it say that when I hover over it? No, it doesn't say deprecated on here. If I put it on here, will it tell me it's deprecated? No. I believe you though. Pawn noise emitter, I think. So whenever I do the footstep thing, so I think I need a custom event on here. Or maybe I can do it from the animation directly. Go to here. And in the event graph, when I do the footsteps, boop, 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 boop. I guess in the demo it doesn't, in the preview here it doesn't have a pawn, so it's not actually succeeding here. It does work in game though. This is where the footsteps come from. So play sound at location. I have a delay to make sure it doesn't happen like simultaneously with another one. Only one footstep at a time. So I guess in play I can just do it right after the play sound. So let's see, we got the got our pawn here. Pawn noise emitter. Almost all the official AI videos are from like 2-3 years ago before they added this stuff. So I had to find. I haven't finished watching this one, granted. I should, but I wanted to just, I got, take a break from watching like 3 or 4 days worth of mind-numbing videos and do a little more Unreal Engine work. So get that pawn. What was it? Pawn noise emitter. Pawn make noise. Hearing working fine. Okay. This was probably used before then. Before the... If you say noise works fine, then you don't need this. I mean, right there. But it's like, how does it know it's making noise? Yeah. Report noise. Perception, report noise event, just like that. Listeners range, yeah, no, perception, I get like 1,000. How far you'd reasonably be able to hear footsteps. Nice, nice, nice. I'll leave this tags alone for now. Boop boop. Let's see what the smiley is. Yay! Oh, double that. I just said W in French. It's Control W. I'm doubling it. It's a double. It just came to me right now. Obviously, my mind is working at peak functionality right now. Clear event. Clear indicator. Instigator. I need to put instigator on there. Actor object reference. Yeah, let's get that pawn. Boop. So we know where the sound came from. Ah. Wrestling with the spaghetti god. It's just a playful practice wrestle. Practice fight. Okay, wait, that looks kind of like... No, that's fine. This is going from the false. Okay. The false is not making a footstep. Okay. It's all good. Thanks for the tips though. That was like, oh my god, I'm so glad you're here. This just like totally saved me like a day of like bullshitting. Doop. Their tutorials are so outdated. Loudness is best at 0 to 1. Oop. Oh, I thought it was getting a 0 to 1. Yeah. That should be a 0 to 1 from, oh, that's speed. Jesus Christ. No, that's divided by 7. No, that's right. Yeah, okay. This volume multiplier is supposed to be 0 to 1. So this is like, I think running speed is 700. So if you're at full run, divided by 700 would be 1. So yeah, that's going to be a 1 there. Pro tips. Double. Shout out to my Montreal, how should I say, what's the correct word? I guess associations? We made friends, but I don't want to say officially friends. I didn't get any Facebook profiles, so. But I met a few cool Montreal UE people. Did I say AI? I meant UE. Same thing. It's all good. I'm the one with all the suggestions the other day in a real Slacker. Yeah. In the private message, yeah. Oh shit. Aureliath, IGD. But you've been on here a lot before, and when you messaged me on Slacker, I thought you were somebody. New. I didn't realize that was you. I didn't connect things. I remember IGD and like the name with the E, because you know, it's a very fantasy name. It's hard to keep track of. I like it though. Radius and so forth on the perception. Yeah. Totes. That is done. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Oh, so these can be expanded. That's where you get the. Gotta check that. I can keep the default ranges for that. If not in invalid range, okay, we will always be able to see the target that has already been seen if they are within this range of their last seen location. Okay, so you know that they just hopped around a corner essentially, and they're still there. Or you're not going to get clipped by like a particle and forget about them, like a 1 unit thing. Okay. Or like the width of something that you could lose track of something. Like has to be bigger than 1 unit in order for you to hide behind. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, seems good. Lose sight radius maybe should be a bit higher. I don't know. There's no need for that to be different much, in my opinion. I guess if you're keeping track of someone, it makes a difference in the distance. 3,000 maybe could be increased, but I'll keep it for now. I'll tweak it when I know what I'm tweaking. But I won't change these because... Okay, interesting. And then how about prediction? What the options do you get here? Oh, just... Okay. Cool. I'll add the navigation invoker on here. It can just be cool. Max age stuff on the perception does not work when not using their deprecated pawn sense. Interesting. So you have to do your own logic for memory, or do they have a different built-in workaround for that now? I know I just said it in no hard. Okay. It's Blackboard as a component. That's interesting. Yeah, so I'm not even doing that. Let's go to the game mode and see what I'm doing with NPCs. This is what I really wanted to work on today here. I just thought I'd add some components. on there. So, and nav invoker, by the way, for anyone that doesn't know, is creates nav mesh around you dynamically, so you don't have to put a nav mesh in your map. And I put it on pawns basically that are going to be either NPCs or players, so they're ubiquitous. Okay, just make a function to handle it. Okay, sure. I'm sure it's not hard. Timer or something. So this is all the AI stuff down here. Basically, I'm copying what happens on the controller. Slightly more organized than the controller, but still my shit here. What is going on here? I should okay, cart stuff. This is where I'm setting I guess I set the blue, the structs here, yeah. So that's why I don't have it on here anymore. There's no need for that. The main save game to set third person on here to the pawn. I have it happening here, third person, setting it. Okay. When does it possess? That's probably where okay, possess, spawn default controller. So I remember having to say that my default controller why is there no basic? Oh, I have to click on that guy. Okay. I'll try and find this within 5 minutes. Is it on? No, it's not going to be. Yeah, it should be on here. Default controller. Yeah, there it is. Auto possess AI is disabled. Okay, auto possess player. Is this AI controller class is going to be okay? So it's default controller. That's what that means. But it's not getting auto possessed by it. Okay. So from there or from here, I could just add a blackboard component then, huh? Or does it already have one? It says blackboard 1. It already has one. Yeah, it already has one. Let me check the basics again. Hey.
Right then, hello there guys. Well, really, inside I was everything there. Successfully sensed the first person character. So if they are there, this will be set to true. If they are not there, this will be set to false. That's our walk speed controller.
Where's the blackboard? So shit. I guess he's not using it. No, he's
successfully on this side and is still to where the
there it is. Yeah, just set blackboard is just one function. That's all you need. Run behavior tree. No, I guess you don't need. Doesn't have a default setting over here for blackboard. sure there's all just modeling stuff. Here's walk events. There it is.
In the meantime, just so that when it comes to calling walk and run, they actually reference something. And we're also going to do a run behavior tree, and this is where we will select our...
Oh yeah, that's all he's doing, is run behavior tree. Does a behavior tree have a default blackboard or something? Alright, let's just do it, whatever. It's not really a big deal there. What I want to do though, it's good to know about when it's getting possessed and controlled and stuff. I have NPCs where I guess not on here. They're on the map is when I create them. So let me load up the map as well. Can I do this here? Save shit. What if I just get that Blackboard reference and I can probably do stuff to it from there? That's probably where you need to do it. I'm kind of using the Dark Souls mentality of everything reacts how you expect it to, so that's why NPCs are made from the same pawn as players, because I want you to be able to interact with them the same way. That's why quests and schedules, daily schedules, are going to be available to players for their offline, so they behave just like NPCs. They are NPCs. Essentially, the NPCs are players using their offline behavior with quests that I've set up in advance, but you should be able to do not as much as I'll be able to do, because you can't just like willy-nilly. But I mean, with the building system the way it is, and quests that you can create to some degree, and doing daily schedules that you can set up for your own player, hoping to sort of just use that the way I saw some videos of talking about how Dark Souls and Zelda, the newer one, Breath of the Wild, how everything works the same. You know, everything is derivative of itself or each other, so you actually have behavior working how you would expect it. If you walk up to a NPC, you should be able to do all the things that you can do as a player character with and to it, so they work the same. Now let's look at that map. That's what I need. I still haven't shown off the collision on the fog. Maybe I should just do that real quick. Let's check it out. Alright. Let me fix the lighting. Okay, I think there's something wrong with my overlap volume on the, so as you see, clears a little bit behind me. There should be some getting kicked up. It's very subtle. Let me see if I have to leave the volume. I might have to leave. Oh, right there, I see some kicking up. Let me walk out and walk back in. Let's see. Yeah, it's hard to get perfect because, or like very obvious, because I'm covering such a large area, so the particles have to be very large and poofy, so it's very indistinct. Maybe I did something recently that turned it off. No, there it goes. It was a little bit poofed up. If I run around here, I should clear a little space. It's mostly because of the lighting, I think. So go on this side where I believe the lighting from the window will accentuate it more. I'm telling you though, it is really tough to get this to work on a larger area, but I mean, I'm seeing it clear a path behind me. It's just, maybe I flood the area with light, it's more obvious, but I don't want to do that. But it's actually really easy to tell when I stand up on the statue. No? Not that much more lighting from that thing. Yeah, I might need to work on the hardness of the particles so that we can actually see this. Real quick, I'll just do that. Oh, and I changed the whole material for it too. That's no, it went back to this one. Try something with less detail. It looks just like the Twin Peaks episode 7 montage of the clouds. The season 3, if anybody watched that. Nobody does. I'm just kidding. Lots of people do. Alright, let's see. Different looking fog now. You see the frames change? It's because my overlap volume wasn't working when I logged in. I had to leave and come back in to fix it. Might just be that all the fogs are too high up now. And these... No, I'm not seeing like anything. What is up with... I mean, I know it's happening, but I thought I made it really distinct last time. If I'm standing here for a minute, then it starts kicking up. And there should be like a space slate behind me. Maybe that's too small, too low. Let me adjust that on the pawn. Character, that is. So yeah, this. That's what I was trying to... Yeah, I might have to lower it a little bit just to get it to interact better. Now, these are for the kicking. Those should be big enough. I need to raise them up a bit. I have them attached yonder. Take a moment there. Be nice if I could make them, the fog kind of fluctuate a bit. I mean, I know I can. Maybe I give them a little bit of negative Z value, so they're constantly like falling, or maybe like positive Z value, so they're constantly rising from a lower area. So I made that a blueprint, but I don't need that. I need this particle. I have a lot of shit open, but here it is. Initial velocity. Yeah, I could just make this -1. I don't know how strong that'll be, but also spawn distribution constant. Cylinder distribution. I guess constantly, yeah, distributing around 50. Oh, that's the difference here. Let's try like 25. That'll change the height directly without having to move the blueprint. Can we see it in effect now? -10 would be going down, wouldn't it? Or -1. Let's try 10. There we go. That's rising and dissipates. I can probably lower the cylinder down to 1, the start height, so that it I'm moving too fast. Try 1. Why are they still looks like they're super... Oh, because they're just so big. That's right, I did raise that up. I liked 175 before. Let's see how it looks. Looks kind of bad. It's really hard to get it to both look good and to have good responsiveness at this size, because you can only have like a certain, I think 500 particles total. See, now it's much more responsive. I can see it kicking up in front of me. See if I run through here. It sort of erases behind me. Does it? It's hard to tell. Yeah, there should be like just a space here where it's not. Respond, damn it. It's like, under what circumstances is it working? I see it kicking up there, here, right? Maybe because of the lighting. Maybe these lights need stronger radiuses on them. Or this one, maybe. We're in the light here. Let's get one of these lights. $20 selected. That should be all of them. They're just not named correctly. Why can't I see my selection through the wall there? That's kind of weird. Usually it does. That's gonna be these guys. So intensity there, 10,000. Are these blueprints or they're just lights? Okay. Try 100,000. Ew. Doesn't that look spiffy? Let's see if we can tell what's going on with the fog now. Oh, much better. I feel like I need to bring that pawns main like fog blocking one back to the forward position completely. And then these feet thing are just gonna kick up when you move, I guess. And when you settle in, they should. Will they overlap? No, these will just kick up things constantly. Let's make these smaller. Now, yeah, that should maybe only kick up when the foot moves forward enough. There's a balance between the one in the center kills the particles and the ones on the outside and the feet kick the particles. So you want both to happen in, like, you know, the feet to kick when you move and then the kill to happen when you stand. So but that should be about it for testing the fog. I'll move forward into checking out the NPC stuff some more. Oh, the lighting, huh? Over here, I can tell the difference. There we go. When the stained glass isn't working correctly yet. Kicking it up all around me. Maybe too far. It is kicking it up. Oh, did I turn off the kill? No, I think I added it back, but yeah, actor collision's on here, but it's just not working nice. That might have done it. Oh, Jesus. Alright, let's see now. So you're supposed to have 0 and 0 on max collisions for this to work. Get the frames back. Give me my frames. Alright, there we go. It just wasn't working in general. Now it is. I saw that. Kicking it up and dissipating nearby. See, no fog right here, fog right there. I need to the blend time on these animations. Somebody pointed that out a while ago, and I was like, yeah, whatever. But totally correct. Everything's derived off the same blueprint. I should probably rename it from mail to just and delete all the other ones, but I've been I don't want to accidentally delete something I need. So one day I'll do a cleanup day. But for now, 0.5 here. Yeah, I know. So probably from idle run to strafing. That's 0.2. Why is it so instantaneous? 0.5 here. 0.5 here. Is it greater than 200? Still 5 there. There's no blend speeds here to use. Blend weights, blend for bones, etc. Yeah, those are all. It's strange. It just happens when I tap the key. Wonder if it would work if I do the acceleration thing on here. Just in case I accidentally override that, I'll remember the number. My copy. If I override my copy, that's how it works, right? If I recopy something else. Well, that's nice. Maybe too little, but I see we do a little bit of toe walk before going into a regular walk. Oh, it's infuriatingly slow. But that's the right idea. That blends it out nice. So what's in between those? 1024, 1024, 500 something maybe. Whatever it is. I don't even know where I came up with 256 or whatever that was. Isn't that a multiple of 2? It could be anything. I just I saw 2048 and I thought, 256. Oh, anyway. It's nice. Very subtle. Now the problem here is going from strafing has some issues still. Let me see about that. Here it is. Looking for red wires. Right on. Two-handed, probably. I'm gonna need it too. Don't want to be jumpy on two-handed. Still kind of funky. I think it's because the stances. Oh wait, I'm not, it's like it's going to turning mode or something. Going to turning mode first. In turning mode, maybe I can start turning mode from a different point. Instead of going straight back to idle, run. This is not strafing. This is strafing to turning. Oh. Let's say and not strafing. see if that helps. Pardon me. Do you have any grey poupon? Hopefully that joke isn't lost on future generations. It's the only thing worth saving about TV. It's the grey poupon commercials. We see some great fog kicking up, clearing around me. If I walk through, we should see it's cutting a path. I think I can increase the duration of the path that it cuts, or make it less random. I'm seeing it. Oh yeah, in strafe mode. Nope. Like, the legs are like... Oh. Well, that bugged up that. Now I need to undo what I just did. Okay. Let's try increasing the blend time from strafe to turn. Blend settings on that. This, it makes perfect sense to me. I don't know why, and you know what the problem is here. Love that fog. It's working out pretty nicely. I wonder if I can multiply it by the character's speed. So if you're going really fast, it pushes out further. Not important right now. Okay, strafe thing. It's actually taking longer. It's staying there longer. It's really weird. I guess because when you have right mouse button held down, you're in turning. Unless you're holding a key down, then you're in strafing. There is no strafe turning, is there? Oh yeah. So if I just strafe to the right, it looks like she's walking to the right. She's got strafe to the right. But if I strafe to the right while turning, but yeah, it totally goes to turning. So that's why it's really... I guess I decrease the time it takes to go into turning. Bloop, entry. It was at point 2. Let's try point 1. I don't... It seemed to just accentuate the length of time it took, though. I mean, before, so that's why I'm just doing the reverse of that. Same thing. Okay, that looked jarring, though. Let's put this back to point 2. I don't have start time here. True blend time, false blend time. For gender. So what's going on here? Turning is okay. On this one I put gender at the end, which got things very confusing. So just putting it at the beginning. Yeah, everything. Yeah, I mean, it's just concrete in my brain from having like worked on it and thought about it for so long. It's just like I just know where everything is, man. And I'm still working on a movie on the side. I just like added like a bunch of pages of scenes after I'd been deliberating. That's not the word I'm looking for. I'm not using that half of my brain right now, though. I was thinking about it for a long time. Could it be? Is it too high? No. So, can I change the start time from here? Oh shit, it's on here. Time on male turning. Grab a male character. I don't get that. It's like going to that whenever I come out of strafing to idle. It's so weird. What is it? Maybe it's coming from the idle, not from here. Maybe it's not going to turning at all. I already checked all these. Maybe 0.5 is too long. Why do I have another one up here for over 200 on two-handed? Oh, I do have two here. Then where's the third one? Oh. Thanks for the sub, Austin Wallace. Cool. But why do I have to, wait, hold on. On false, there's is greater than 0 here. Oh shit. Huh. Very interesting. I didn't have the posture thing on idle for male somehow, or for female. That seems strange to me. Why is he underground now? Bloop, 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 bloop. And how was it working before? Oh, I guess I was saying... Well, this obviously needs to be male, that's why. I guess what I did over here was to take it off. No, it has it here. Make idle run. I guess that's just something. This is really kind of superfluous. I mean, I don't need that in general. It already has that. I'm not fixing anything here. It's just done different ways, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm not too worried about the strafing thing. Let's go back to saving NPCs. I'll figure that out soon. Oh, I didn't test this. I did these changes, but I didn't check. It was a little smoother before. Kind of liked it better. Okay, but anyway. It's not addressing why it's going into the... Definitely going into the turning mode. I don't think I have any doubt about that. It's... So maybe it's more to do with the blueprint logic on the pawn, whether or not you're holding. The transition from turning to idle? Did I do that yet? Doesn't seem as long as what's happening there. How about is strafing and turning to go into here from go into turning from strafing. Oh, and strafing and turning to go into. Oh, there we go. Is not turning and is strafing. Is turning and strafing. And then this can be It's not strafing. So when I go from strafing just to turning, it's actually going to go this way into turning. But if I'm strafing and turning, it'll blend them. Oh, what the fuck? Why is it doing that? Really weird. It seems like the only jitter left. Why? Can I debug this? Why are there two random blueprints? Well, geez. Okay then. Anything I didn't save? Third person blueprint, the main map. I didn't save the lighting. Alright, I'll be back in just a minute while this loads. Alright. Just want to see about those point lights. Not too worried about that animation thing for now, but it is kind of annoying. Like, I don't know what's up with it having 2 animation blueprints for what looked like each pawn. Any idea about that? You ever seen that? Am I somehow spawning an extra animation blueprint or something? Or spawning an extra pawn for my character somehow? I want to do once, and Switch has authority on server, so the server's only spawning a pawn once. I know that for sure. And it's like, you know, where else would the other pawn be? Maybe I can actually... Let's get those lights first. I'll save that. I'll double check my fogs too. Alright, that's cool. And yep, that should be good. And let's check the pawn or the character. That should be good. Okay. So if I hit play, and I actually T Dark Elf BP1. Alright. Yeah. That's this dude. Yeah, okay. There's only one of them. If I go to the animation, alright, now there's one for each statue, or what the fuck? There's a dwarf character, dude. There's only one of them. There's 2 for each NPC, dude. There's one for a free spirit. There's another one for the dwarf, with the dwarf one for him. What is up with that? What happens if I, Oh, I don't think I changed the correct number of walk speed on this dude. Acceleration, yeah. So I'm just gonna stop worrying about that NPC thing and the animation thing. I'll look into that at some point. It's very strange. But I want to save all the derivative classes. I'm not going to work on the map anymore. I'm going to be doing saving and loading stuff, so the test will be whether or not I can get my NPCs that start in the world before any characters load in to save and load all their stats and be there still wearing their purple shirts, which I made them do on begin play the first time if it's a brand new world. Brand new, whole new. I got the song wrong, sorry. So, the first time the game mode loads up, it spawns the NPCs, or does something to the NPCs. I think I place them in the world. It sets their characteristics the first time the save game runs, the world save. It sets their characteristics. So from there, it's not even the save game, it's the game mode. The first time the game mode runs, it just sets them. So I need the first time you save, or if you ever save and they don't exist, I have a flag for that. I'm just going to save them as if they were player NPCs and give them a randomized password, like a server-wide randomized password that the server player can find out from the user interface, so that the server can then see. I'd like it to be customized for each NPC, or maybe like some achievement you can get in game in order to be able to possess the characters. So I'm not sure whether or not to dole out the password, but I want you to be able to possess these world NPCs just like you would a player character too. So I right click on that so that the game loads faster. It's a pro tip. Still can't believe it myself. Okay, now let's work on main game mode. We'll see. Oh, it's on. I did load up the map originally for that purpose, just to see. Okay, just loading it up one more time. It should be quick because I right clicked on it already. I want to look at the blueprint on the main map and see what I'm doing there with NPCs. I can't remember where I put them now. Here. Adventure NPC. So the shirt color, spawning a tunic, which is going to get saved. I'm setting it as inventory. I'll update the chest mesh. And unlocking these two doors from here. Couldn't I just do that from the map itself? No big deal, whatever. Okay, so yeah, so that does make sense. Like I should be able to whatever. Just verifying that I wasn't spawning them at runtime. They just oh. Yeah, actually, do I want to destroy them and then reload them? Yeah, because I'd like to be able to just place them in the world as myself. So is it just skip? I might as well just, yeah, destroy it if you're a world NPC. So it's world NPC. I have to go through and compile and save a lot of stuff. Best to do it by hand to avoid any corruptions. Just adding a boolean. Just make sure I made a default false. Yeah, okay. Just gotta save that one, okay. You can just hit save all at this point. And just hit play once because that'll make sure everything's compiled. It might take forever to load the map, but I'm not going to load the map. I'm just hitting play. I gotta go make sure I right click on the map so it doesn't load super slow. Okay, should be good. Just right click on that once. Okay. I have to remember that I have to go into the map at some point and change those NPCs. But actually, maybe I don't have to bother. So I have, what was my check here? Basically, if a save game exists for them or not. Yeah, that's the part. Okay, so if it doesn't exist, adding to player AI character names, load game from slot. Actually, save game just create save game object class main save game turn value cast to main save game. this. The active transform. Don't need this. Save game to slot. Okay. Here. It's like a third-person blueprint right there. For each of all characters, we're gonna set save game inventory on here. NPC save inventory indices. Save game object. Set members in player info there. Gonna save its new location. Actor transform. We're gonna want from here. And then save game to slot. Alright, so this is where I could say tell it to be a world NPC here. Or do it on default whenever I place. I think it's easier just to do it here. Not even that. I just need to do it on the info. Oh, and I already have it open here anyway. I just need to, yeah, there we go. 2 clicks. Is world NPC? Yes. That needs to go in there. So I don't even need to say it on. I'll get confused though the way I do with items and not with players. Let me just check how I do it with items, if they're by default. Oh yeah, default is world items on, so I don't have to worry about it for players or items. What I do is when a player drops an item, it says it's not a world item. And same with the code there. So that's very nice. So not done yet, but that does mean I don't have to open the map to change the NPCs. I just have it set there. Now I need to load them. Oh wait, I also need set members and player info. Do I have like password? Where's that shit? Is it on the save game only? Already main save, don't need guest. set saved password, and we'll promote to variable. Say server NPC password. So before this runs the first time, let's just begin play. Does world save game exist? False. Create save game. World save game. Starting new world. Let's initialize it here. Set. Let's see what kind of. What is this? What's this string? Random 10-digit password for NPCs. I don't know, I could probably make it better. Let's do this differently. Character as number. There we go. No, that's not what I want. Character number. Really? You can't do number to character? Let me just look up the best way to do this. Random integer. Wait, yeah, okay, no. Random integer, then what? Alphabet? Have an array of 26 characters? Seriously? You have to make one? Come on. That seems like really, really not worth it. Oh, I didn't do the numbers yet. Whatever. It's easy enough. So it'll only be numbers, no characters. I thought I could make it more password protective by including numbers and all that and stuff, but you have to make your own array of possible characters to use. That's just a pain in the ass. Like, come on. You can do character to number, but you can't do number to character. I demand change. Just kidding. Alright, there we go. I should get a random password here. Password. The save game needs that variable. World save game. So I'll make an array of these at some point, probably. Or a mapping of them. Put it name to character. Actually, I can just randomize each of them. When you make the character the first time here, and then just access it on a map on the world save game. Strings to strings. Only going to exist on the server. Server NPC passwords. Server? Yeah, no, world NPC passwords. Okay. Since this is only going to happen when you do this first time, I'll set. Did I just. Okay, good, I have this here. Do that. And get rid of this. So we'll make a random password for the character. And. World save game. Get world cast to world save game. Get world NPC passwords. Add. So even if this already exists, it'll be overwritten. So it doesn't really matter, but basically we're going to put this as the key. We're going to get the character name. It's going to be the same as the password, or the same as the save game name. And then put this as a password. I like maps. I like them. I mean, save game to slot. Yeah, I'm doing. Well, that's main save game. No, well. World save name. Just make sure I'm using this correctly. Yeah, I think so. Where's a good finish saving world item data? Well, that's all after all of these. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. I can use this again. Okay. Nope, I missed this connection here. That's an NPC, this is the world. Let's print this out. Just getting a little kung fu here. I just want to test that. That'll disappear in a sec. Or eventually. Someday, maybe. Far away. So I think that should handle it. And what I want to do is basically be able to access that from the server menu. So let's just throw it up here, just as a text. Just do a test here. Bind, create binding. Game mode. What can I get? No, this is where I get it, yeah. Get world save game. It's my variable. Get world. Do I have to cast to it there? Oh yeah. There we go. Get world NPC passwords. Contain find. Should be a reference. If I can remember the NPC name. I can't remember the names. Is it Arturion? I can change that after I check. I just need to load and save the game twice anyway, so let's check this out. Save games. Okay, make a new character here. Let's save all first. It's all good. Okay. Make sure I've right clicked on the map. Okay, yep. So if all goes well, the second time I load into the game, we should get, so for now there should be nothing here. Yeah, it's invalid. Once I've saved and loaded the game, there should be the name of, or there should be the password for the NPC there. And then I should theoretically be able to use that password. Wait, no, here, let's go this way. Let's get the, make sure we can grab his name in case I get it wrong. So make a dark elf. Just checking out the smoke. Oh yeah, that looks so much better with the light. Oh yeah. problem is, maybe I can turn the emissive off of this now. I can do that. Check out this fog effect. Doesn't look that tremendous. Whatever. It's there. Alright. AEYIR. You did. It's got a purple tunic. Save and quit. World characters saved. Player state is not valid. Saving NPC. Player state not valid. Saving NPC. NPC save successful. NPC save successful. NPC save successful. 3 times? I guess it's because the server logged out. World characters saved. Adventure letter, character save. Oh, here it is. World success, success, success. World NPC maps, world NPC save. World NPC maps, world NPC save. Twice. Yeah, I guess once for each of those dudes. Okay. So that's good. Let's hop in here, and he's what? Oh, okay. I forgot to not spawn. That's right, and so we got some interesting results here. That's cool. Let's try this though. Oh, I got a password. Hacker. Okay, now what I'm gonna do here, let's see. Saved NPCs. There might be 2 of them there for now, but let's just work on that code a little. Maybe I'll redo the password thing again, but first let's just make it so that it doesn't spawn them if it's a world NPC. No, it destroys them first if it's a world NPC, and then spawns them at the new location. That should be good. Let's see. Save game, player info. This is break right here. Is world NPC. So before spawning, let's get the account name. Oh, we can do location. I could do a sphere trace at that location. Hey man. Good morning indeed. Trace for objects. Object types. Pawn. So we can sweep for pawns. This is a, okay. Let's transform. I always forget about that. Start, and then we can just I mean, plus vector, I can just add like 5 to the Z. I'll just scan upwards. Radius, say 200. Simple collision should be good. We don't need to debug this. Okay, and we want, oh wait, want multi-sphere trace. Okay. And we'll see how it hits. Oh, it's an array. Break. Right, elements. Now we break the hit results. Hit actor. We're gonna cast to third person blueprint and get that AI character name. And if it's equal to account name, we will destroy actor. Oh, I actually put the branch on there. And break the loop and spawn. So that should catch both of those doubles there. I don't think we're going to see correctly saved stuff. But let's try logging in as the NPC. Password doesn't match. Okay. Okay, let's do a whole new world. Let's try this again. Make sure everything's saved good. Alright. New character. No password. That's good. Make a dark elf. Check out the fog. It's reacting much better now. You can really see it now. Anyway. There's supposed to be a light on here, but I'm not seeing it. Gotta work on that particle emitter at some point. Alright, I shall run up here. There's a view I don't take often enough. Gotta work on some of the distance H-lots for stuff once there's actually stuff out there, and for the trees. I still have yet to do any of that. We're just gonna check out the NPC over here. Same as always, we'll see he's got his purple shirt on. Bloop. Okay. Now, let me start with the torch on. Save and quit. Let's just hop in. Ah, I did it twice. What the fuck? What the fuck? Maybe I should do it separately. Not spawn a new one. Well, let me see this. 24601. No, 4614 84515. has that 845 there? It looks like it's the right number. Let me just try typing it in again. 2, 4, 6, 1, 4, 8, 4, 5, 1, 5. Yeah, there's still only the one of them. One extra one. It's weird that it's not saying it's the right password. Hey, what's up, man? And then is world NPC true here? So we could do this instead. Since this is just happening on the quit game, it doesn't matter if I do a get all actors of class. Should be fine. Oh, I can just do this class that way. Cut down on some processing. For each loop with break. That's the third person blueprint. If it's AI character name. Oh, you know what? It probably never is. No, it is getting its AI character. That's the only place where. Maybe that's not getting set properly the first time. So let's just get the info. Wait, no, don't I have? This would be the dude in the world. So no, I don't have a reference to its info yet. This is a different info. Okay. No, I don't want that. I do want the top here. This. There we go. Get it from its player info instead of the true, destroy actor, and break once completed. Spawn an actor. The spawn actor thing wasn't working. The map loading the equipment. This is on quit though. No, this should be fine. This should be, equipment should be there already. So let me load up the map real quick. See if I'm setting the player inventory correctly on them. All right. I wonder what order I'm doing these in. Maybe I'm saving characters before items and I could just do them afterwards. the NPCs maybe separately. Save items and then save characters. Well, I guess I can just try running it again, see if I notice anything else. This is the foundation of my system here, to have these persistent NPCs, so I guess, am I just logging in again on the same world, or should I just... Oh, I forgot to right click the map, this will take forever. I'll take a short break, 1 bowl break. We grab some almond milk with coconut milk in it, because it's good for you. Actually, really serious, because like I drink a lot of coconut water and ginger beer, which is an amazing drink. But I always try to get the low-calorie version of it, the one that's like Bruce something or other, with the real ginger in it. It's so good. And the low-cal version uses monk fruit instead of like artificial sweeteners, so it just tastes different. It's like a lower sweet thing. But they don't have the low-cal version, so I've been drinking all these high-sugar drinks and giving myself sugar rushes every day. So I'm gonna have some almond milk, which has... Just always read the label of your water bottles, folks, okay? You want to find out what ingredients are in that water. That's all I'm saying. We'll be right back in a minute. 2 4 6 1 4. Let's just check it out. This is what the long load time. Oh, hey, the delete thing worked. It just doesn't have his thing on. The quest isn't there. I haven't done quests on these dudes. Okay. part way there. Let's do it from a new save game. We have the save files there for them. So I can take a look at those. I'll be right back in a second. Alright. 1, 0 is a countdown. No, joking. That was horrible. I'm sorry, I apologize. But did you see what I did there? Because there was a 1 in the text field down here for the chat room, and I deleted it because it's like, be right back 1 minute. 1. Okay. See how it is? I see how much faster that loads. Let's do a new character here.
Welcome. The halls of creation.
To the halls of creation. What was that flash there? I wonder what happened. Okay. Gotta do all this jazz. I should just move the spawn point. Oh, I did. It is nice to have the tremendous view when the sun is up. But as it is now, I'm just running up this. Why is it glowing? What the hell? Obviously, this is very work in progress area. Really dig this music now. I'm very proud of it. Let's check out the view. These contents are roughly equal in size, so you can just see how far away it is. This is a parallel line. Yeah. 100%, except for like 99% of it. The music, I mean. Fast instrumental. Okay, first game, purple dude. Quest works. We don't have to worry about the quests for now. I'll add that once we got the saving and loading working right. Let's see. No password. I'll just host it. Don't need to close it. Okay. Just put a password here. Password doesn't match. Oh, them. Did I type in Arturion? Dude, I bet that's what that one is. I bet I did do. I typed in Arturion on the thing. Yes! Yeah! Successfully possessed an NPC that I placed in the world. Oh man, this game is gonna be so sick. Let's see, I can use the door here. Wait, I got a tunic. Is it purple? No, it's black. I have red hair. That's correct. That's the NPC. Arturion, the retired adventurer. The irritable-looking male plains human retired adventurer of the court with red-colored hair and harrowed eyes. That's the shit that I typed. That's like custom. Those are words I made up. No other player can use them except this NPC. What does he have? He has a tunic. I removed the tunic and it is too heavy and I do not have it. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I did have a tunic though. Man. Wait, what's up with the moon and stuff isn't working correctly? Oh shit. Oh, there it is. Okay, okay, it is working correctly. Very silver moon. Slivering. Okay. I don't know what happened to the tunic seemed to not really exist. Let me just go on to here. Alright, so I did save an inventory item. For some reason it didn't load on this dude. Let's get this dude's NPC name. .0079. But pending kill from bind event. Oh. Well, this will load up the main map for me. I don't need to open the map itself. Okay. Okay. Spawning a tunic, spawning a tunic. Color. So I guess I'll just have to compare to what happens when you equip something from here. So I need to tag these: open, place, inspect, use, drop. refresh, construct. Yeah, this one's the least organized of. It doesn't have any comments on it. Stow left, stow left. Open, place, inspect, use. Where is it? The fuck is equip? Oh, equip. Unclipped, equip. Okay. What's this? This is construct. This is equip. These can be separated too. So, player. If it's equipable, switch on equipment slots. If it's not, nothing. If the equipment slot is empty, then so this is where we're at. Set members in player inventory. Empty the hand. Save inventory. Cast a third person movement. Set chest. Oh. There's an event here. Passing through the pawn to update chest mesh. No, that's what I've been doing there. Okay. To the right mesh, and then cast the controller, check equipment buttons, not a big deal. Destroy left hand, set the buttons enabled, equipment item, refresh left hand. Yeah, so really just this is gonna set actor hidden in game. Well, am I not spawning a hand model for it? Is that? No, I guess you destroy the hand model when you do that, right? Destroy left hand, yeah. So I'm bypassing that step altogether. Collision enabled, no collision. It's a hidden. Doing this stuff correctly. Might as well do the quest stuff. Save quest states. No, I want. I guess it's just on the pawn, on the character. I just need to add this to. So what variables? Quest widget, quest mark active. It's already getting set. I guess I just need the quest widget. No, the quest mark active thing wasn't working on those guys. Okay, I just need to set those things if they're on the player state. Info. Where was I saving it then? Just on the character. So those here. I have a boolean for has quest and quest widget. This will be a widget. User widget. Save that. All right, and now I guess I just need to find a way to activate it. From just hit a save all, see if that'll work. I think so. I'm putting the quest active on the world placed NPC. I'm trying to make it so I can just throw NPCs in the map and my system will take care of it, save them automatically, all that. I don't have to do anything fancy. So if I just place the NPC in the map and have its info filled out saying it has a quest or not, etc. Actually, now I don't even know why I'm going to go in the map, because I just... Oh, it has to be on the info. It's on the character. It's not on the... Oh, I'm not even referencing the info at all. I guess I have to do it initialized on the character as well. Or on the NPCs, I guess. Thinking about how awful it would be if players who are currently online. Yeah, I'm gonna have to set this on the info as well and find a way to I guess I have to see where am I referencing, yeah, the third person reference, and just replace it with the player info. And then I should just be able to save the player info back and forth. Well, it's not loading the shirt info though. It's weird stuff. Even though, well, I'm setting that dynamically. Why am I in the... Oh, I was just saving everything. I wasn't even loading the map. That's what I was doing. Hey, what's up, Kenny? Alright, so I'm not going to go into the map. That's not what I was doing. I was just saving everything. So let's go to the pawn, the character. I'm good. Moving forward on some progress on some projects and whatnot. And let's find this thing. Okay. fixed a lot of the problems I was having with like diving in the sand and building interactions not working, so it's pretty smooth. I've added some basic quests systems that are working for multiplayer, so just trying to get the NPCs I place in the world by hand in the map to save and load with my system of offline player NPCs seamlessly, like one and the same. So first I'm putting this on the info struct so that I can pass it through without having to do anything weird or special. That should be it. I have to do the little binoculars here to double check. Rig. Oh, cool. No, I'm not trying to get outside help. It complicates things. Except for the Creative Commons stuff that just goes straight through, like legalese things, you know? But like I've told some other people, if you want to make yours Creative Commons licensed and only send it to me, that's the deal, essentially. Basically the same idea. So that way it fits into the but you can just do that if you make it Creative Commons and then only just, you don't have to send it to the world. You can just send it to me, and you know, that way it becomes part of the game legally without having to like, but again, I don't really like too much working with other people. I like just finding what I already like. I don't like having to direct when I don't have to. Directing actors though, I love doing that because actors are creative people with themselves. You can't tell a person to, you can't just make a person do what they want. You still have to interact with them, so that's fun. Maybe because it's not happening on server in the map. I bet that's what it is. Am I in the map right now? No, I'm not. Let me just do this here. What is on the server anyway? There is only the server, so. The save game doesn't exist yet. I guess I could just do it here instead of down here. Let's try that. Oh, this is on the map. Oh. Can I get world save game? Yeah. Okay. So maybe I just save the NPCs when I spawn them. Maybe I just initialize them here. Well, no, oh, okay, no. Here's the thing. It is getting the info, because I'm getting the character name and all that stuff. I'm just not seeing the inventory come up. But that does work for player NPCs, so maybe the problem is with this somewhere going off of the save game. Nope, third person inventory coming from the save game inventory. But no, I was worried about the player state because these should have save games. So the problem might be that that item isn't existing. Alright, I'm just going to go into there and try manually entering on the player state that they have a quest and just make sure that that works. I guess it'll be infamous someday. This almond milk with coconut milk is so good. I'm telling you. It's like, it tastes so bland. It tastes like sand, I guess is pretty accurate. It has that granular thing. But then when you're done sipping it, you feel like you're in California. It's amazing. It's just, I just feel like I just woke up and the sun is shining, because I did just wake up and the sun is shining. I no longer feel like I'm breathing whatever disastrous chemicals are in the air off here on the East Coast. Yeah, almond milk, that's all it took. I'm just joking around, obviously, but these feelings come from real places. So I'm going to load up the map. Yeah, I mean, it's all in the same thing in my head. The thing in my head has evolved a bit too. Now, instead of just imagining an RPG in my head, I imagine arrays and stuff walking around. Thank you, thank you. Have you seen the fog at the beginning area? I'll show you in a moment, but let me just see if I can. See, this is where I was doing stuff. Right, so I'm just gonna need to check has quest, and why is this quest widget? Widget blueprint. Okay, hold on. No. Jesus. Pretty sure I saved the last things that I edited. Just working on the map there. So, quest widget. I can't pick one. I'm trying to figure out where that gets set in the first place. I only set it when I place the character in the map, and it's getting gotten here. User widget class. Oh. Hey. Two. No, I don't stream every day. I just stream sort of when I'm working. Which class type? Oh, so that's all I have to do here. Hold on a second. I see. I need to change this to user widget class reference. I don't want an object reference. There we go. I don't always stream every day I'm working too. Sometimes I'll work for hours on end when I'm just stuck on something. But today I have a little bit more idea of what I'm trying to do here. So Let's see if this is still getting referenced. Or if I've switched out. No, this is switched out. Okay. So that's good. Let's go to the map. Let's save everything. We're back in a minute. Alright. I gotta do this too. Might as well round 2, 5, 7. That was a full sentence, in case you didn't notice. It looks like I'm ready. Okay. Ooh, you know what? What color am I setting here? On the item, okay. Wait, yeah. All right. probably because it was loading like all the textures on this continent because I just jumped over here. That's probably why it crashed, because I tried to do some complicated shit with the window user interface stuff, like open something, drag it around. And that explains it. Alright, so I wonder if, you know what? Why has he got a default thing on here? Wait, quest. No, it's on the info. Okay. Has quest. Quest widget would be. Here it is. Adventure tutorial. Okay. I don't need to check this, actually. I could. Wouldn't matter. Because it doesn't have a save game, that's how we're detecting. But this is how we detect for... Oh, when loading the game. That doesn't happen the first time, does it? No, because then he wouldn't have been there the first time. Would he? Let's get the game mode. No, that only happens on load characters and when you log out. So that wouldn't happen the first time. First time you're just going to get this. Now, what if I, instead of spawning it on the map, what if I just set it here? Instead of spawning an item first time, I can just get the item, set it as hidden. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Boom. It's not saving the item. Because it thinks it's a world item. This may be more annoying. I have to do this rather than whenever I place an item in the world, but it's something you have to keep track of either way. You either keep track of it when you place items in the map, or you keep track of it when you spawn them dynamically. Either way, you gotta keep track of it, so I have to keep that in mind. I bet you this fixes it. I don't have to do anything else. The player info thing is just good because now it'll be saved. So this should be 2 birds with 1 stone right here. I mean, should be. I will change the map out, clear the save games. It'll take a minute. Because it wasn't saving the items. This is taking a little while. easier to get to. Speakers weren't on. Kenny, if you're still here, check out this fog kicking up. Trail of it. Will this get me to... I don't know if this works. Let's try this. I can spawn as any racer, but this will take me to... NPC works, at least. And let's try it again. Hey! Is it purple? Holy shit, it's purple. And he has a quest! 2 birds, 1 stone. Alright, I've managed to save my NPCs. Look at that purple shirt. Now let's check this out. Let's, well, first of all, let's go to the foothills. There it is. Fog is on, that's good. The stained glass, I still have to work on it, not working correctly. Overlapping on the server, but the fog is working. Alright, let's see. Hello. Okay, so you look like this. Arturian. The opposite faction, because I'm on the horde and or whatever, tribe, and I just... So, Arturian, let's get your password. Alright. So no, wait, not that. Arturian. Boom. Now the real question is if a player logs in as him, if he can walk over and interact with me. Then I've got the coolest thing in the world, basically. So I can't tell if the quest mark is working because it would be for that client when they come over to me. Well, actually, you know what? I could. Let's do this shit. Totally forgot. I really actually can. So let's see what happens if I host a game as one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. Let's see if the quest still activates after all that, at least. Oh, hey. Wasn't the quest here working? before? Maybe I have to go further away. Overlap volume on it isn't triggering when you log in. But no. Okay, the quest thing is gone right now. Let's try with a fresh save, and let's do both character names on there. Yeah, I'm really happy this is working out. The first time I tested to see if you could log out and become an NPC, I was just like, oh my god, this is so on. Is it in the game mode then? No, it's on the UI. Yeah. Text block. I'll just make another one of these. What the fuck? Bring it down here. There we go. Alright, there we go. Bind it. Nope, create binding. And we'll just basically copy this. Yeah, well, for now, yeah, if you guys were watching, you saw it. You saw me do it. I didn't really tell you guys what I was doing while I was doing it. I wonder if you guys could figure it out. What I was aiming for. I mean, let's see if it is here. So this is just a rudimentary, like, placeholder interface for that, for the server to be able to see it. But I already have. Let's make this server only again. That's on the other menu. Save and quit menu. Visibility. I'll just go to get server options. Yeah, here I just have it on true or false. So if I disable this, then only server can do this. So I have it on for debug mode for players to be able to do this too, but that's the important part. Thank you. So that's good. I just need to, like, I didn't do anything here, so okay, new game. I need to see if I can get the quest working. So I'll do one character for now.
Welcome to the hall.
Let's go to the human side, just make sure that NPC is working. Well, no, let's stick to the dark elf side because we do know that is working. We shouldn't have to do any extra tests. Hey, what? That other monk is based on its own unique class. It doesn't operate with any of this functionality. It just always exists there as your rudimentary blueprint only actor. Yeah, shout out to Jezza, man. Go check out his game, Cold Comfort. Give him some support. He's been having some difficulty with a lack of cohesion with his, I don't know, team or something. So, Cold Comfort, go check him out. Yeah. That's why, I mean, that's not really why, but it's a good advantage to the fact that, for the most part, the game, as you can see, has absolutely no user interface. I could do that if I want, but, you know, I could just press buttons for drop. Like I can use the torch without, you know, for key bindings. Eventually I'll add some more for stuff like drop right, drop left. You know, you can, so if I did just make a key binding for that, you know, I could just sort of come over here. I could use the backpack. I could get the backpack. I could go to combat mode. You got this user interface here. I'll put some 1 through 10 buttons down here probably to see what they are. But yeah, no, you're totally right. But actually, no, wait, you know what? I did ask somebody at Epic, and they said that those do not update on tick. So I don't know where you heard it yourself, but they said it basically only happens when the variable is changed. But yeah. He was like, that's a really good question. And so maybe he wasn't entirely certain. I'll clarify there too. Alright, so as we can see, we do not have the names yet, so we need to save to make the password for the character. Now let's take it over. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's important. Okay, let's just load in here to get the passwords for. Okay, wait a second. Let's see if the quest works here. Quest is good. Okay, I'll start over here just to make sure overlaps work fine. Let's get a year's password here. It's going to be. Nice, nice, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to aim for 30/60 FPS. So now let's do it with 2. We'll do the server as I hear. No, it wasn't criticism. A little too red. So let's do the server as the character. I did the wrong character. Okay. Let me just hop in again here. Just see that quest is still glowing. Okay. Let's copy that other password there. T00. No, these are different numbers. Okay, yeah, 141582. I was about to say, like, did I just do the same one twice? I'm like, no, those are different numbers. 001411582. Maybe I didn't write the other one down correctly. Let me just check. 193 8830. Okay. There we go. Holy shit! I'm hitting it when I jumped. It has collision, man. Yes! Yes, I'm an NPC. Hello. Hail. I just interacted with my own quest. Okay, hold on. I don't know why it worked that time, not before. I guess I fixed the quest reference or whatever. Fully functional. Let's see. Wait, let me run over here. Yeah. Okay. I do everything? I can salute! I can roleplay as an NPC! Oh my god, Dungeon Master mode activated! Yeah, the legend on the quest mark is a great bug. There you go, I'm beckoning as the you can do full on everything. Oh, eek! Did I just crash it? I just tried to mount a horse. Holy shit! And he's waving! Ah! Where's the quest? It's probably, oh my god, it's right there. Yeah! Yes? Oh, I have something for you. What are you, dumb? Do you have some biz with me or not? Oh, I'm sorry, I'll pay attention now. Read the letter. Takes the letter from you. Aha, hands on hips. Passive. Natural 20. I love all the comments, you guys. I've been reading them. I'm just like still so excited by this working and everything. Oh my god. Oh fuck. And simultaneously I see news that the Supreme Court upholds President Trump's controversial travel ban in a 5-4 ruling. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Well, on a high but low note, the world sucks, but the fake world is looking good. He's gotta work on that animation. Let's dismount. Now I'm still seeing the quest for whatever reason. What's up with that, huh? Is it because... Oh, because I still have the quest. Okay, no, the client isn't seeing it. Wait, why am I still seeing it? I should be done with the quest. I'm here to train in additional skills. Oh. Didn't I set it to be completed, though? I need to look into that. Maybe I never did the completed bit. Yeah, because it isn't technically completed. Yeah. This is a very placeholder functionality. I do not intend for it to be like... This was just to make sure I can, like, functionally operate as a horse and turn it off and on. But basically, I'll just enable it instead of just pressing the button. You have to, like, interact with the horse, and then you'll do it in their location. And then you have to stow your horse somewhere when you dismount. And you dismount, it's just gonna pop right there. So you have to, like, put it in a barn or something. There'll be, like, taming and what did I come up with? My mom is a huge horse person, so she was helping me think about like how to compare your natural inclination. Look at the way the particle emitter is not bound to location. There's a glowing line here. There must be a quest NPC nearby. But basically to compare like how a stallion, you can train them as much as you want, but they'll still be inclined towards being a little bit unruly. Whereas a, more... I have to lower the height at which this thing activates still. Or is there something about... I can't jump out the end collision. I love it. He's got the purple shirt. It's saving everything. It's solid. It's stuff I just set on a character placed in the map. Oh wait, let's try changing his location. Like, let's go like over here. Yeah, like a stable, whatever. Can I pick up other? I didn't. I destroyed all the swords and stuff. There are no more swords lying around here. Let's go in here. Doop doop doop. All right. And let's. I don't think. No, I don't have anything special for the emote state. It's just gonna take whatever emote. It's gonna be random anyway for the NPC behavior. But let's try just quitting game. And let's hop in again as the player, as one, and let's go see if that NPC is over there in a new place. Huzzah! So if I make my NPC behavior generic enough, like, we should be able to, if I say his generic behavior is to drink beer, look for a table, look for a bed, or look for his bed, and then maybe you can tell him, here's your new bed, and you can move him to your own new town that you want to have in your game. No. Anyway, this is super cool. I only wanted to do that. I didn't think I'd get this far with actually being able to be possessed with its own password and everything. Yeah, the whole idea is that you're gonna build the world. I got to the point where I'm starting to think about this. So this player's daily schedule, this NPC, like, the mug that he drinks out of, this is where I got thinking. It's like, is it just gonna be like an item in his inventory that he hides in his backpack when he's not drinking? Or that's just always there and goes invisible when it's not? Or am I gonna have like a waitress character that goes to the back and gets a glass and brings it to him, and then takes it him and puts it in the back, and then just lock the door or something, and I would just make it a whole like realistic thing? Like, that would be like a really cool, very simple behavior to coordinate. And then it's just like, well, what happens when the player interferes? You know, it's like, what happens when you take all the mugs? Do they make new mugs? Do they put in an order with the mug maker? I'd really like to have like a fully functioning little NPC society that actually relies on each other for commerce and stuff. So if I can really simulate the way money was invented in a video game, yep, that would be cool. So yeah, let's log back in as him. Just one more time here. Yeah, cool beans. Retired adventurer. Yeah. Yeah, but sneaking into the back room or whatever. Yeah, it would be by stealing. That's what I mean. But that's the whole point, I think. So I was thinking, I could allow that, and just like, mugs are going to be worthless. No one wants to buy a mug from you. You know, it's dirty, it's old. They're going to have a new mug from the mug maker. So, and like, you know, and the mug maker is bound by the guild prices, so the price is going to be set all the time, so I can control economy that way. So you just steal this worthless thing just for roleplay value, which is really what thieves really want in these games. Thieves aren't out to like make more gold. It's a role-playing thing. It's really like, yeah, like in Skyrim. And more permanent than in all the other MMOs, where it's literally all the mugs that tavern has. So maybe some other players like, man, the fucking tavern's out of mugs, I gotta go make some mugs and put them there, and maybe I'll leave a guard NPC here to make sure nobody tries sneaking around. And you leave some guard behavior NPC there to guard the mugs extra against whatever players, and that's a living, breathing player society right there. So I think I'm gonna do that after I make it so you can jump through the quest, of course. But huzzah! Hail! I interact with my own quest. Hail! I am an NPC. I come in peace. What can I do? Information. I have 0 in all my stats. I can go into combat mode and roll around. Hop. I could pick up a torch if the other guy had dropped it. Well, let's see about the inventory here. Royal purple tunic. I've removed it and I do not have anything in my hands. It says item is too heavy. That's weird. Alright, so there's one hang up with it. So I guess it was completing the remove function, but then when trying to pick up, it was getting... Oh, because my strength is set to 0. Oh, that's why. Let me fix that real quick. Let me give him some stats. Give Ayer some stats and Arturion. Let's just make him like beefed up, like 100 and everything. I'll go back one day like, why are my NPCs like invincible? What did I do? Where did I set this? 8888888. His stats for all. No, it's like it's 0 to 100 for each. They always add up to 50 each. But they all start at 50. So say assess indexing /splash. Yeah, I know. I love D&D too. I'm totally. I'll give it a -1 modifier. I'm not really into the. I was thinking about how much dice roll to give. The thing is, I also like 100 based systems because then it's like percentage and it's easier to keep track of. So just rolling a D100 basically, and then adding and subtracting all sorts of 0 to 100 based variables. So you can just say like, oh, I have a +52 to swords, but the guy has like a 64 armor, you know, and various, not that vague, but you know, stuff like that. You can, you know, or just like multiply your advantage by 2. You know, it's easier to keep track of what's really going on because it's all percentage based. So I need to give them stats. That's all. Their info. Attributes. Let's just give them 50 and everything like a normal player. Default. We can be level 500. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Whenever I use that. Level 100. Okay. Paste. There we go. Stupid long names in D&D. Flame touch. Oh yeah. +5 masterworked flame touch death block leather tunic of chaotic guard. That's exactly what I want to be able to do. Is put like, I already started it with the color names. So you saw like a royal purple tunic. I want to put like enchantments and all that stuff too. So you'd have, and I have one of the swords is a 2-handed flame bladed sword. So you could have a royal purple flaming 2-handed flame bladed sword. Basically, I haven't added the flaming part to other, but the flame bladed is like flamberge, you know, and that's what it means, flame bladed sword. So it's like the squiggly blade, the blade that like squiggles. So yeah, there you go. I'll type it in chat for you. Royal purple flaming 2-handed flame sword. Okay, so if I just delete those, I'm gonna stop working on this today, but maybe I can fix a couple little things. I do have some notes. +1 for what? Oh, +1. It's like only gives you +1 on a D100. It's like, why do you have a +1? Cause it looks cool. Alright. 4. Oh, I plan on having all sorts of interesting, more traditional fantasy, like from the before times, from real mythology. 2000. That really it? So, I plan on basically, I want the combat to be responsive, but at the same time passive. Passive, responsive. So, you queue up your attacks, and when your global cooldown for each attack is over, the next one immediately fires, and you see the results, because it will have been pre-calculated by the server during that round time to see if it will succeed, and then you just, that's the idea, so I need to be really good. It's hard to explain, more like, I don't know. Yeah, more like D&D, with advantages and stuff, like height, yeah. There will be an upper ground GIF when I get to it. I don't really know how to explain that much more, per se, but more like, you might like go like, okay, I'll attack, dodge, but then you realize, oh, they're doing attack, dodge, so I'll attack, dodge, and get around their thing, and then it becomes more like, you know, instead of you know, what suppress and quick reflex, you plan your attack and adjust according to happiness. Results passive but not like, you know, basically you could just like, wow, by not using the Q. And yeah, I played WoW a lot too. Cart. Just a way to kind of expand on the World of Warcraft thing without just following how everybody else has done it, and just to kind of take it back a step to the way like text-based games used to be, where you'd type in your actions and you'd wait for the round time to end, and then you type in your action and then you'd wait, you know, so like a longer global cooldown instead of like individual cooldowns on individual skills, which just means you're just looping all your skills anyway, you know. Or in Guild Wars, yeah, with the cooldown and individual skills, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, it only takes me a second to swing my sword this way, but I can't swing my sword again that way for 10 seconds because reasons. Yeah, it's so stupid. I want to more simulate combat, because real combat has real weapons and armors for real reasons, so why not emulate those? You don't have to get it perfect, but, you know, the foundation is there. You can end up with the same result with some fudged calculations, you know? Oh, yeah. Figure out how to do that's too much brain work right now. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done overall. Yeah, something's wrong with these. Anyway, I'm gonna call it for now. I'm gonna keep watching some more. Each skill still has its own cooldown. Own global cooldown. It does share elements with turn-based. Basically, the way Diablo 1 was originally turn-based, and they just took out the turns. It's basically the same idea, you know, you have a certain length of time it takes to do an action, but, you know, just with a Q. You can rearrange the Qs, so you might be, I'm gonna fireball, swift, whatever, name some random skills, but then halfway through your second fireball you realize, like, I don't want a swift, so you cancel it with a right click and throw on a heal. You know, or maybe you're like, throw on 5 heals. There was some game that had a Q that like ruined the idea. Stack the global cooldown reduction and heals. Who said there's... Oh, well, like speed. Speed heals for sure. Let's see about the fog.
Welcome to the halls of freedom.
Yeah, I think the creativity that you can unleash with this kind of system will be pretty interesting, for sure. Oh yeah, I can see it. Oh yeah, for sure. It's much more visible than it was before. The trail through the fog. Oh, I need to turn off the emissive on the fog though. Might ruin it. Yeah, I'm here though. So this is my friend Alodar, his real name's Dax. He's a big streamer in World of Warcraft, and he's been playing every game MMO forever. And he was my guild leader in Guild Wars 2, and we became buddies. And he told me some stories of back in the day with, like, I think it's Shadowbane, where he was somewhat infamous for being like, I don't know, some well-known player for being able to like stack all the defense bonuses on a defense-heavy character with like a race that gives you a defense bonus, and was basically unkillable, and he would just like storm into entire castles by himself, and like, I don't know, it's kind of funny. You know, that's the kind of stuff you want to be able to have without it being like completely unstoppable. Technically, you want to be able to have like some fun stuff, but still like, but a lucky dagger strike and you're still done. Which is the whole idea of plate armor, is its vulnerability is daggers. Daggers versus plate. It's rock, paper, scissors. But the daggers aren't nearly as effective, of course, as the plate. So it's more like a chance. But the chance is enough to down a person. And there's other tools. You have the pole arms, which are designed just to knock down people in plate mail. So you just keep knocking them down and attacking them with daggers, and they get an occasional swing in. You know, it's a balance thing. We'll see how it goes. So let's see that now. I changed the emissive on the fog. Get rid of that one nasty effect. Let's fix the frames. Come here, frames. There we go. See how smoother it went. How much smoother? Okay, oh yeah, I'm definitely still seeing it wisp around and disappear as well. Kind of obviously circular shaped though. That's the problem. I need to change the shape randomly. These little particles. They're just, the little material itself is just a sphere. Not really. Well, bludgeoning weapons were designed to. Yeah, you get the idea. It's not necessarily weak to it, but that is the most effective. More like... So like, it gives you a huge advantage against swords, but the other weapons are still able to do some damage. Or those other weapons would still be pretty good against a player, but... so good. Well, there's some randomness to the time, so maybe I could take the randomness out. Let me see about that. To 5. Let's just make it 5. There we go. That's much more distinct. The last 5 seconds. gonna be cool to see this in like a proper graveyard outdoor environment. Maybe we should just slap one down in the main map with some real lighting and see how that looks. Let's check that out.
Welcome to the halls of
Okay, I thought I had a character. I guess I never. Let's just see the password. 4 6 2 3 1 4 2 1. Wrong one. The Halls of Creation. I'll just run over there as this dude, whatever. No, it's easier. Here. What's the other password then? I keep messing them up, sorry. There we go. Let's check out the fog in normal light. Should the fog be? Oh, I guess it doesn't glow. The only thing glowing here is the text, so I'll wait till some light comes up. There it is. See this in proper daylight. I am an NPC. Huzzah! There it is. It's very dark. It's drifting up very far. Maybe that's why it's not as distinct. Does that really work in UE4? Like in the console? I do want to put those commands in eventually, but this shit should not be high up right now. Okay, yeah. No, I definitely want to, definitely. I have server password so far, so that's about it in terms of that. Here we see the fog reacting to the player. I need to grab a torch though. This would be better with another character with an actual torch. Rama has a written tutorial on how to add Dungeon Master. Can we find that? I can search for it, but fly command does work in UE4 and the chat limit is annoying. I thought I turned off the chat limit. Let me see. I guess that's only for mods or something. And maybe it's flying up too fast. have to make you a moderator to get over the chat limit thing. Did I already make one? That's two. Oh, okay. That's why I get a torch. See the torch in the fog. See how that looks. It looks much brighter now for some reason. That's cool. Is it just me or is it not? Oh, it's working. Poof. Good luck, man. For sure. Tournament match. Oh, nice. Is it? Can I watch? C++. Oh. Okay. Let's check. Oh, Sola? What's Sola? C++ tutorials. Oh, the Solus project. Rama made the Solus project? He had some really cool videos about like making caves and stuff like that. I thought it was a different dude. I didn't know that was Rama. Cause you know I have Rama's. There's like a Rama's compendium or something. Okay. Should be with each footstep, basically. Oh, his partner. Yeah, okay. For some reason, I thought it was like I didn't think it had anything to do with him. I figured I would have known if it's like, hey, this is Rama, and it's like, you know, I would have been like, oh shit, Rama, cool. But it's his partner. That's cool. Maybe it's because I'm on this carpeting material instead of like this reflective thing. This carpeting material really glows. I made the carpeting material, by the way. You can't really see how beautiful it is. It looks kind of weird. My carpet, my beautiful carpet material. Look at that texture. The darkness. Wow. I still can't believe I did the possessable saved NPCs. Now I just gotta give them a daily schedule when you're offline to characters in general. And then I can have player offline schedules like I planned all along as I'm making the NPCs. So, yep. Alright, I'm gonna log off for now. I might play some Fortnite or something. But I'll see you guys around. I'll brainstorm. I'm gonna watch some tutorials too. We'll see what we do next. Horrendous. I think the next thing I do will be the actual like behavior tree for different states, so it'll be actual schedules. Or maybe, well, first I'll have to get, I have the time variable. The time variable's on the pawn, so really I have the variable to work with. So yeah, it'll be on the but I'm gonna have arrays of behavior types, known behavior types, stuff like that, you know. Known behaviors, idle behavior, available behaviors. So you can choose between what you've learned how to do, and once you've gained a certain rank in a skill, maybe you gain a new offline activity that you can do. So once you have like 25 in lumberjacking, then you can go offline lumberjack. We'll see. Take care.